Salutations everybody, it is Matty here, and today we are going to be talking about the Metro series. No, it's not going to be Exodus, but the film adaptation for Metro 2033, which I had no idea existed up until this moment in time. However, we're covering what I'd call a positive development based off what I had read that this movie was turning into. The following information comes from GameInformer.com. It will be linked in the description down below. Do give it a read yourself. And now, let's get into it. The film adaptation for Dmitry Glukovsky's 2005 novel, Metro 2033, which was successfully made into a video game back in 2010, has been canceled, and all rights have reverted back to the author. In his book, the post-apocalyptic story is set in the Moscow metro and tackles the themes of communism and xenophobia, both of which Glukovsky felt were in jeopardy when MGM decided to relocate the story to America. The author explained that in Washington D.C, Nazis don't work, communists don't work at all, and the dark ones don't work, and that they had to replace the dark ones with some kind of random beast, and as long as the beasts don't look human, the entire story of xenophobia doesn't work. Though it may be difficult to see a project so long in the making get scrapped, MGM originally gained the rights to Metro 2033 in 2012. Glukovsky has another Metro project to look forward to, Metro Exodus, which we've talked about quite a bit on the channel. So I'm sure a lot of effort went into this. I don't deny that, but as someone who really enjoys the Metro games, I'm not going to sit here and act like a super fan, like I've read all the books, but I've played the games pretty extensively, and I've always found them such a strong entry in the post-apocalyptic genre, which has gradually become more and more watered down, but these are one of the titans amongst said genre. Metro is one of the few series that I don't think has a lot of negative marks against it. Most of the time when I get involved in a conversation about Metro, it's usually something positive. So to see a movie be willing to betray the core themes that set this series apart from so many others within its own genre, storytelling wise and location wise, that sounds like a good choice to me to cancel it. However, I don't know if this would be worse than the Sonic the Hedgehog movie posters that have been making the rounds. I mean, I don't know what it is with video game movies. Do they just try to make them bad? I'm being dead serious because nothing about this screams originality or, hey, this will sell a lot or this will be fun for people to watch. It's just, I don't get it. Why are we doing this? And I say that as someone who finds some of the newer gen Sonic the Hedgehog games like Sonic Generations a guilty pleasure, okay? I'm not a big Sonic hater. I know that's crazy to say. I thought Sonic Mania was fantastic, but that's more in the old school realm of things. But point being, I don't want to come across as a blind hater. I just don't understand what's happening with these video game movies. I think there's one core reason for it. It's Hollywood. They don't care. They see a property that can draw in thousands and thousands of people and make lots of money with very minimal effort. It is the story that never ends when it comes to video game adaptations. Maybe one day we'll actually get a good one. I can't think of a moment where we did get one. I'm sure maybe some people will suggest Ready Player One. I have not seen that yet, but I feel like I read somewhere that that was decent. But this is why I talk about video games, not movies. I'd say I'm a good video game critic, but when it comes to movies, I watch Marvel, Star Wars, DC, and some Lego movies when they come out. That's about it. It's really a small library for me. But I had to talk about this as someone who's covered Metro extensively on the channel, that this is something that's definitely a positive development because it just would have muddied the franchise. It would have been a negative association. Naturally, this could have hurt Exodus because let's say the movie was as awful as it seemed. Folks would watch it, then see Exodus and go, I'm not gonna buy a game for $60 based off that awful movie. And who knows, maybe it wouldn't have been bad per se, but if it's removing all of the themes from Metro as a series, then it's turning into a standard American post-apocalyptic film, which we've seen a million times before. It would have no originality. Anyway, that'll do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick little discussion on the canceled Metro 2033 movie. The series has officially dodged a bullet, in my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Do fire away, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content I create here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.